Are you trying to teach your kids about money and different coins, and are you finding it a little bit frustrating and not as easy as you thought it might be? That is totally normal. For whatever reason, it's just something that kids don't usually take to supernaturally. So know that it's normal, your child is not behind, and know that it takes more practice than you think. I'm Brandy, and I'm the mom behind Aunt Mindy's Bookshelf. I'm a mom of two with years of classroom and part-time homeschool experience, and I am here to help you as you help your kids learn and grow. Today, we're going to do that by talking about 5 different games and activities to cement that idea of coins and their value. I will go ahead and put chapters in the description so that you can come back if you need to check it out later. Look for those down there.
The first thing I always recommend when we're trying to teach kids about money is to do some pretend play. Before we can even really get into identifying coins and bills, we need to introduce the concept of cash. Often, as adults, we skip this step because the knowledge that we use paper and little bits of metal is so embedded in our brains that we think we were born knowing it. Not so, Glen Coco. So, invest in some pretend bills and coins, or make a set. I have a set available in my store. I'll link it below with a few other choices you can purchase. You could even use real bills and coins if you want. And play store. Take a few items and label them with prices, then open a shop. Take turns being the customer and the shopkeeper. And all sales are cash only today. Help kids to count out coins and bills to make their purchases. Again, we're not super duper focused on getting the correct coins or recognizing the coins right away here. The main objective is that kids understand what cash is and how we make purchases with it. Once we have the concept of cash down, we can start moving on to actually recognizing coins. We're going to do a good exploration of coins and their features by sorting some change and putting like coins together. Start out by grabbing some Play-Doh. I have a recipe linked here, or grab some commercial Play-Doh. You could also do this in different jars, but you lose a sensory aspect. Still, it's an option if you're anti-Play-Doh. Grab a container of coins. We all have one around the house, and now's the time for it to shine. Working with your child, pick out one of each kind of coin. What makes it different from the others? Point out size, thickness, color. Pictures can be tricky on coins because sometimes the pictures change. Now, divide the Play-Doh into 4 circles and put a different coin in the center of each. Give kids a pile of coins and work with them to sort the coins into the correct Play-Doh space. If they need a little help, you can use a coin to make small indentations in the Play-Doh. They just have to make sure that the coins fit into the indentations then. As they get better at it and don't need as much help but still need practice, make it a race. Give them a pile of coins and give yourself a bigger pile. Change the relative size of the piles depending on how good and fast they are at sorting. Race to see who finishes first.
Hey, if these ideas are helping you, can you throw me a like so that YouTube knows that they're helpful? And consider subscribing. I go over new things to teach your kids every week.
Next game. We're still going to sort, but this time we're going to up the ante. We're going to play a game that reinforces the coin recognition skills and really works on fine motor control. We'll need 2 dice and a pile of coins. It's helpful if the dice are different colors, but not essential. We're going to roll dice, and based on the dice, we'll add coins to our sorted stacks. The first player to knock over their stack loses. You can play this with a group. Last person standing wins. Players take turns rolling 2 dice. If you have different colored dice, decide ahead of time which die will decide the coin value and which die will decide the coin number. In my case, the white die is going to be the coin value. Rolling a 1 or a 6 is a free roll, so you don't have to add any coins to your stacks this turn. 2 is a penny, 3 a nickel, 4 a dime, and 5 a quarter. The red die is going to tell us how many of that coin we need to add to our stack. Sift through the coins until you find the right type and number, then stack. Obviously, this gets harder as the stack gets larger. If you want to add in a handicap, you could just change the die the adults are working with to something like a 10 or even a 20-sided die to tell how many coins to stack. You'd obviously need more coins for the adults to work with in that case. Keep rolling, keep stacking, and have fun. Now a game to work on money value. Have kids trace around their hands. You can cut them out if you have kids that are working on cutting, or this printable is available in the money math pack in my store. You could use that instead. Give your child 5 pennies. Have them put 1 penny on each of the fingers of one of the hands pictured below. Count each coin aloud as you place it. Put a nickel in the palm and explain that the money on the fingers and the palm are the same amount. Now switch it. Put the nickel on one finger and the 5 pennies in the palm. Still the same. Repeat this for every coin. Put 2 pennies on each finger and a dime in the palm. Still the same. A nickel on 2 fingers and a dime in the palm. Still the same. If you're looking for a little bit more of an art project feel to the activity, you can have them sculpt a hand out of Play-Doh. You can have them fill a nylon glove with oats or rice. Fill it just full enough that it takes the shape of the hand, but the fingers can still be manipulated. Then secure the bottom by tying or with a rubber band. Then continue the game as you would before. Final idea. We're going to take the idea of playing store one step further. We're going to have kids buy things they'll use during the day just to practice recognizing and counting out the coins. For example, you could open a clothing boutique in your child's closet. Clip price tags to several different tops, bottoms, skirts, shoes, you get the point. Then let kids choose what they want to wear. Have them pay for their clothes and hand you the correct number and type of coins. Side note here, do not add another element to a task that's already difficult. If you struggle with getting dressed in the morning, do not do this on a day when you are in a rush to get out the door. Or don't do it with clothes at all. Make a menu and have kids buy lunch or open a toy store. The idea is to let kids make choices and practice with coins at the same time.
Remember, as you're teaching kids about money, this is tricky. It takes practice. Have you ever been to a foreign country? Think about how long it took you to get really comfortable with their currency. It's just not something that comes naturally. Hopefully, these ideas gave you at least something that you can do to keep things playful and not frustrating while you're practicing. If you had fun, you can check out my video on finding germs on money. I'm going to link it here. Look and see what we found. And I did a video on making a piggy bank for saving. You can check it out here. I also did a complete activity pack both for money math and for financial literacy for kids in that pre-K to second grade age group. I will go ahead and link those in the description. Check them out. Have a great day.